Morning, America! Happy New Year! We are back on the road. I left the house last night about, I guess around 6 o'clock last night, and I got up here by Little Rock, Arkansas, pulled in. For you non-truckers that don't know any better, the trucking industry has brought out a new thing called electronic logbooks. Electronic logbooks, basically they're the same paper logbooks we've had, but just electronically controlled with a GPS. And you can't move things around and do anything with them. And so I pulled in here about midnight last night, went to bed, woke up about 7:30 on my own, no alarm clock, just woke up on my own. And got up, and now I'm eating breakfast, and I can't go to work yet. I got to sit here until 10 o'clock this morning. So I have nothing to do. So I'm eating breakfast, and then I'll twiddle my thumbs for about another hour and a half before I'm rested enough to go to work. So this electronic logbook stuff is about the stupidest thing I've ever heard of, you know, but thank God for our congressmen and our lobbyists that come up with this crap. So anyway, because I am just deadly tired and just falling asleep at the wheel, I have to sit here for another hour and a half, just doing nothing. So I'm gonna eat my breakfast and watch some TV. And when I get to rolling, I'll get back with you. Well, I've been sitting around for a while. About ready to roll, I think. One more minute. In 1 more minute, I'm totally rested. You're probably going to hear me bitch about this a little bit here in the near future. I don't like the idea of it at all. I don't like the idea that there's logbooks to begin with. You know, there's no other business out there that the government limits how much you can work. You know, and I know they say it's all for safety. Well, if it's all for safety, that means because electronic logbooks are in every truck in the United States now, there should never be another semi-accident, ever, because we're 100% safe now. Anyway, that's me bitching. Alright. One more, well, almost. It's about ready to click over. Woo! I'm totally rested now. Oh, well. Alright, we're going. Let's turn the gas cam on here. I parked over here by Walmart last night, knowing that I wouldn't be able to go anywhere this morning. So knowing that I'd get up this morning and run over here to Walmart, and I can go over there and do my grocery shopping and get stocked up and ready to go, and then cook breakfast, and then sit around twiddling my thumbs for a half hour or hour and a half. So now that I'm 100% rested, there's no way I can have an accident. There's no way, no possible way, because I'm completely rested up. Oh well. Come on, pick up. Oh, it's a car. Anyway, like I said, we're down here in Benton, Arkansas. Just close to Little Rock, and I'm running up to Jonesboro. So that's about 150 miles from here, and it's about 150 miles from here. So I run up there and pick up a trailer, and it's going to Pulaski, Tennessee, and then from there, they'll pay me to deadhead back and pick up another one. So we're going to do 2 of those, and then. Did I say Happy New Year? Happy New Year, America! I don't remember if I said Happy New Year. Anyway, after I do a couple of those, we're going to look for a load going out to the RTR. For those of you that don't know what the RTR is, it's a rubber tramp rendezvous. It's put on by a man named Bob Wells. He has a website called cheaprvliving.com. He has a YouTube channel called Cheap RV Living. And he learned years ago that he didn't like living in a house. He liked being nomadic and living in a car or a van or whatnot. And he got doing it pretty good. He was from Alaska, and he was living in a vehicle in Alaska for like 3 or 4 years. And he decided, winters are too cold up there. Why don't we move down to the lower 48? So he come down and he spends the winters down in Arizona. During the summer, he goes around the country, mostly north up into Wyoming, Montana, Colorado. And he's kind of a nature lover, naturalist. He's not a survivalist, anything like that. I mean, he goes to Walmart and buys his groceries like everybody else and goes out in the woods and cooks it. But anyway, his way of life kind of intrigues me, and I thought, well, I'd look into doing this, and I don't know if I'll do it 100% permanent like he does. I think what I'm going to end up doing is doing maybe 6 or 8 months of trucking and 4 or 5 months of RV travel in my van that I'm building, and that lets me go to places I can't go in this truck. Now, this truck is wonderful. I've talked about how I like the trucking, because you get to see the country. Well, you get to see the country from right here, this concrete slab, and most of it goes by at 60 miles an hour. So the idea of the van is I can pull off over here and go off into the woods somewhere where I can't get this truck, and get off somewhere and do a little bit of camping, do a little bit of exploring, go to places that I can't go in a semi. Yellowstone, just a lot of your national parks and stuff like that. Yosemite, I'd like to go to there once. The Grand Canyon. I've never been to the Grand Canyon. I've been by it 100 times on I-40. There it is, 30 miles away. Never been to it because they won't let this thing in there. So that's why I'm going with the small van instead of a big Class A RV or Class C RV. I want something small that is very maneuverable, and I can get off on some little trail. When I get up in the mountains, I can go off on some like fire roads and stuff like this, forestry roads, and get up there somewhere and go camping and camp out for 2 days, 2 weeks. I don't know, just whatever I feel like. Just try something different, I don't want my whole life, I'm 50-some years old now, and I don't want my whole life to be right here behind this wheel. I want to do a few other things, experience a few different things than, I'm driving down the road again, been down this highway a million times. It's a fun career, don't get me wrong, but after 30 years, it's getting old. It's just a job to me now. I've been down this highway 100 times, 1,000 times probably, and I've seen that golf course 1,000 times. So I want to see something different. So that's what the whole camper RV thing is. Well, anyway, back to Bob Wells. He's putting on what he calls a rubber tramp rendezvous. And basically, it's kind of like CamperCon for camper vans and small vans and people living out of their vehicles, out of their cars. There's a lady living out of a Prius. That boggles my mind, living out of a Prius, but it works for her. I don't think she's full-time 100%. I think she lives up in the Northeast somewhere in New England, and she travels in the winter. To get away from the cold in the winter, she gets in the Prius and heads down south to Florida and across Texas and eventually over to Arizona. And come springtime, she heads back up home. But anyway, it's a whole bunch of different like-minded people. Some of them are living in a car, some live in an SUV, some live in a big van, some live in a motorhome, some live in, are backpackers with a tent. It's just, there's some real hippie people, real flower children type of people out there. But what I was really surprised was, I see somebody in this kind of an older 20-year-old van and everything and thinking, this guy's down on his luck and, he's barely making, he's one step away from living under a bridge. And I found not the case. Most of the people, a lot of the guys that I've met anyway, they've got pensions. You know, they work somewhere and they've got a pension through either the government or military or you know, whatever. Bob, for instance, he's got a pension of some type, and they live off pensions and Social Security, and it's just to get out of the house. You know, some of them still have a house, so but come winter time, they don't want to put up with Michigan winters, so they head south. And some of them are bachelors, some of them are, you know, widows, some of them are married. The wife stays home and he takes off, or the other way around. You'd be surprised how many women there were out there. So I went out there. I went out there last year in this truck, and then what was it? The years before that, I was actually running to California, and I was going by there. I didn't stop and camp, but I stopped for a couple hours and visited. You know, so I've been out there. 1, 2, 3 RTRs. I've been to three RTRs. I've actually stopped and camped at it one time last year. I'm going to go out there again this year. It's just kind of a, I don't know, kind of a vacation for me. Get away from trucking and go out and do something and sit around a campfire. That's what I really enjoyed last year, was just sitting around campfires and visiting. You know, I thought that was just, I don't do that in this truck. You don't go in a truck stop, build a fire, and truck drivers come around and visit with you. You know, so it's just, that's different for me. That's why I wanted to do it. So anyway, I've talked enough about this. We've got 7 hours and 52 minutes before I have to take a break. I have to take a 30-minute break every, you know, before 8 hours comes up. I can drive 11 hours today. I can drive 11 hours, but I can't drive 11 straight hours. I got to take a break somewhere. I take a break. I've always taken breaks. Get out and, you know, go over and do something, and, you know, getting fuel, and then go in and getting something to eat or whatever, you know. And it's not like I sit here 11 hours a day nonstop and never take the seatbelt off. But this electronic logbook, you have to pull the truck over and stop for exactly 30 minutes. Well, what if I only want to take a 22-minute break? Or what if I want to make a 45-minute break? Nope, half hour. Got to take a half-hour break. And we're timing you. So it's just, that's me bitching about that logbook thing. You know, I don't like the paper logs. Never did like them. All they are is a reason for the cops to give you a ticket. That's all they are. I can give you some history on logbooks if you'd like, where they came from and who started them. It was the trucking union, the Teamster union. They decided the companies were working the truck drivers too hard, making them work and making them drive way beyond their physical abilities. So the union got in there and decided, hey, we want protection. We want a logbook. All right, everybody was like, great. Now the companies can't run us too hard. This is back in the 40s and 50s. Now the companies can't run us so hard, so we're protected now. Okay. Well, it wasn't very long before, you know, who's going to enforce that? Well, the police enforce it. Well, it wasn't very long before the police realized, hey, we can make some money here. So it became a cash cow to them. And they'd pull you over just to check your logbook and give you a $300 or $400 ticket just because a T wasn't crossed or an I wasn't dotted. I mean, it's just ridiculous. So, you know, I put up with paper logs for all these years, and now this is just another thorn in my side. So, anyway, that's enough of me ranting. I don't know if we'll go to music or this has been a long enough video already, so anyway, ciao.